Hey, what's up, guys? This is T-Bone here. Welcome back to another episode where we're going to be talking about Legendary Game of Heroes. So this is going to be the first event since I've started doing videos for the game again that I will not be getting a free deck. And so you can see here there is no free deck for me to claim. And so we're going to have to take a look at the cards and we'll see what we get out of it. The event is Lucha Libre. This is the 5th event of the season, and the season name is Cosmic. If we take a look at the heroes here, then we can see, this is going to be a Fire Commander event with Beast, with a Beast type. And so we're going to take a look at the ultimate form here, and it is going to be called the Torrid Tag Team. All right, so this is actually the second time we've seen a fire team that is all about wrestlers, and it's also a beast one, believe it or not. When we took a look back, I'll show you later on, but there is also the beast deck, which is fire, but I think that was a slayer deck. So you got a combination of beast commander and also beast commander and also beast slayer fire decks that are both wrestler based. And so we'll take a look at this. This is actually seemingly a pretty strong deck, and you're going to have to pair with other cards, of course, to get the maximum damage. But we'll take a look at the ultimate form here. Got a Belly the Bios. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining me here. All right, so Torrid Tag Team. Battle skill here will create 10 Firepower Gem 7s. Converts all of the non-firepower gems to firepower gems, and then upgrades all of them by 2 ranks, and you become immune to enemy attacks for a single turn. Has a 4-turn cooldown compared to the regular 3 turns. So typically we've seen a lot of 3-turn cooldown, some 1 turn, mostly 3 turns. It is now rare to see a 4-turn cooldown card, at least from my memory. It feels that it's not often that you see a 4-turn or higher deck anymore, but this is a 4-turn card. Now you take a look at the 10 Firepower Gen 7s, and compared to some of the other decks that we've seen so far, at least this season, it feels a little bit weak, but that's because it has a passive ability that creates 10 Firepower Gem 8s at the start of each turn. So you're going to start with Firepower Gem 8, and then you're going to create the 7s, they're going to Gem Crush, then you're going to convert them all to, convert them all by 2. And so if you can get some good sort of breakup of your power gems, you should be able to get some pretty good power out of that. It does have another type of passive ability. It's called Improved Haste. So haste usually just means at the beginning of an entire battle, you will have this opportunity to do something one time. Like maybe it fills up your battle skill completely at the very beginning of the battle. But this one is an Improved Haste where you get increased self-damage, and your cooldown is reset, and you fully charge the hero's battle skill at the beginning of every wave. A wave is when you're playing in campaign mode, or when you're going through the maps. Every time you clear a stage, that's a new wave. Not going to be the case for a singular boss, but this will work against guild versus guild opponents, because each time you finish a boss, that's considered a new wave, and so you're always going to have this ability, which means you're gonna have immunity every single turn, right? I think this is how I'm understanding it. Every turn you're going to reset your cooldown and fully charge a hero, right? So you're going to be able to have immunity every single turn with this card. So in Guild versus Guild, this card can be used so that you basically can guarantee your first turn you never die, right? So that is at least how I'm reading this. Let me know if you've tried it out already. If I get this, we can test out that theory, but I believe that's what it means for Guild versus Guild. At least one turn, at least the very, very first turn, if you had just this one card, you get a single immunity just from this card. And then if you have other cards that give you immunity as well, then while you have it, you can have basically immunity throughout. That could be the reason why it has a 4-turn cooldown instead of 3, because otherwise you're pretty much guaranteed to have full immunity very easily with just a single ultimate form and 2 other cards. I believe that's the reason why it's there. Keep in mind, you don't have to it automatically charges too, so you're always guaranteed to have that ability at the beginning of every wave. It does counter Flatline, and it counters Thorns. Flatline is not with immunity here. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue because that's just prevents you from reviving. And Thorns won't kill you. It'll just take you take your health further as you deal damage. And so that's the ultimate form. That seems to be pretty strong here. If we take a look at the other cards, then we can take a look at the Master Collection hero, which is the Armaramo. Okay, Armaramo is going to be the Master Collection card, and this card, Battle Skill, creates 10 Power Gem 7s and becomes immune to enemy attacks for a single turn. So this is the card that's going to give you immunity, but this is not the card that will have the improved haste. So you don't get to have additional immunity with this card. I believe that's going to be on the ultra rare card. So immunity and your ability to have the improved haste aren't going to be combined. So this is going to be just a straight up power gem creation and immunity, but it has a 4-turn cooldown, and so this is going to be a little bit slow. Like, you're going to have to go through a lot of actions before you can activate again, and it dispels Thorns. The ultra rare card is Illustrious Incendiary. And this is the ultra rare card, and the battle skill will convert all your non-fire power gems to fire gems and then upgrade them all to fire power gems by 2 ranks. And this is the one that has the improved haste that will increase its own damage and then reset the cooldown for its own hero. And so this is where you can sort of see the ultra rare card can reset its power skills every wave, but doesn't get the bonus immunity. What it does give you, though, is ability to upgrade all your fire power gems at the beginning of every wave. And so I guess this is how they've worked around the problem where you could potentially have like a fully immune team in guild versus guild fights. So there you have it. Immediately I was able to see that it's not that as simple as I thought, but I think it's still going to be a pretty card to have. All right, so I can collect 3 coins here. I do have enough coins to get one of the cards. I will definitely not have enough coins to get 2 cards here, as I only have 50. So we will try one. I'm trying to decide which one I would rather have between those 2. Honestly, like I don't know. So we'll see if I'm able to get one of the 2 cards from the couple of tiers that I pull, then maybe I'll go ahead and forge the ultimate form. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other cards here, and that is going to be the support card. So Iggy Incendiary. Battle skill creates 4 power gem 4s with a 4-turn cooldown, and it has its own improved haste. So as far as support card goes, this is really good. So I like this. You get, you can have power gem 4 creations with this card, and you get self damage increase, and it resets. So this is good. Really good support card. I'm a big fan of this. This is what we should see more, right? People who don't get any ultimate forms should still have the ability to create power gems. And now with power gem 7s and 8s coming out left, right, and center from all the other powerful cards, having power gem 4 creation for a support card seems like a good, it just seems like the right thing to do. Especially since with Gem Crush and everything, power gem 4s really aren't that as useful as before, but it's still much better having this than just regular gem spawns. So I like that option. I definitely think that is a good move. And then let's take a look at the collection here and see what we get here. Red Hot Rodent is the event card. The battle skill creates 6 power gem 5s and will become immune if you're ambushing. Ambushing is when you activate it for the first time ever. And you can get immunity. So with this card, you can also get another immunity as long as you've only used it once. And you reset ambush when you revive, right? So that is the battle skill. It seems like, I actually feel like this is definitely a lot better than a support card, but there is, so it's 6 power gem 5s versus 4 power gem 4s, but the fact is with every wave you can actually reset the ability for the support card, and because it has its own increased damage, you'll actually probably for the most part out damage the event card with the support card here, and it's a lot easier to get multiple copies of support card. So you can actually run multiple cards here and still be a little bit viable in the lower areas of the tiers. And so I think that's actually not too bad. And this will dispel thorns. So that's the team as a whole. We can take a look here. They also have this buy one get one free option here. Not really sure what that is about. Like it says here, all it says is buy one get one free. I guess we can take a look and see what the news feed tells us. Buy one get one free ultra rare card. So for 24 hours, the vault will offer a buy one get one free copy of the ultra rare card. So if you get one ultra rare card, you're going to get two. So you get a 2-for-1s, but you do need to obtain it. So that means if I were to use, let's see, this promotion will only apply to the first copy of ultra rare card you receive from the vault. Crafted copies obtained via season coins are not eligible for this promotion. So that means if I were to use my coins to get one, I'm not going to get a second one. So that is unfortunate. Let's see, they do talk about some championship thing where if you fight at the highest tiers, you're going to get into this championship, and then you're going to earn higher level rewards. So if you have good powerful decks, then you're in the running for that. So I guess we can go ahead and open a couple of tiers here. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to get enough coins to craft both cards, but we can make a decision on which one to go for afterwards. All right, so let's go for it. Let's go ahead and open the first one. And I think now it's also like with tier 1, you can also get the gem gift. Like it's not a gift that you can give anymore, but you have like some opportunity to earn some amount of gems. And so let's take a look and see how much we get here. I think I saw like 50 was the amount I got last time, and this time I got 40. I did see, I just saw somebody mentioned today they got like 1,000 gems or something on tier 1, so that's pretty awesome. And so that is tier 1. Let's go ahead and get tier 2. So we're going to get a support card, and I think I can go up to tier 3, definitely not 4, right? So 3 tiers, that's going to get me 9 coins. Again, not going to be enough to get me enough to get both heroes, but we'll have to decide. I'm sort of leaning against the ultra rare card. I feel like it's probably a little bit more useful for me, but we'll see, right? And so let's see what else is there. So I think I just got the support card. That's the guarantee card. Other things I got is a cane and a hammer. So that play out which one is the ultra rare. The ultra rare card is the incendiary card, the one that looks like this. That's the ultra rare card. I forget, it's something incendiary, I can't remember the name. It is this one right here called Illustrious Incendiary. So that's going to be the ultra rare card. If you pull that card from the vault, you are going to be able to you're going to get a second one for free. All right, so let's see. I do have enough for, yes, I do have enough for the 3rd tier. That's going to get me 1 relic and 3 cards to pull from the vault. So we'll see if we get a gold card. If we get a gold card that's not a relic, then I'll be able to get the event, the ultimate form. If not, then we're going to have to take a look and see what my old cards give me. So this is the Brimstone Bracelets. This is the guaranteed event relic. And so that is the guarantee one right there, and that is the soul for it. And got a card there, not sure what that is, and I get another cane and keys, and this is probably going to be it. So no additional cards for me. So since I've come back, I pulled the vault a few times, and each of the times, unfortunately, just haven't gotten anything good. So this is Jabari the Nimble. This is a water support card. I think I might have this card. I don't remember. But anyways, this is why I kind of have to like only come back for the guaranteed ultimate forms, because I get nothing in the 3 tiers here. I think I tried pulling in the previous event also a few tiers and also got nothing there, which is unfortunate. So between these two, then, if I had enough season coins, which one should I go after? So let's take a look here, right? So again, if we take a look at the skills here, the Master Collection card gives you 10 Firepower Gem 7s, and then you get immunity, right? So that seems okay. But then if you're thinking about like sort of going through the waves, upgrades are always going to be a little bit better, right? So power gem upgrades is always going to give you a little bit more power. And honestly, like power gem creation now is so prevalent in all the decks. You shouldn't have any problems getting enough power gems. So getting the fire power gem upgrade, I think, is going to be a more useful card. And so of the two, I will go ahead and create this one now because I don't get the bonus will not apply to this one. So if I go ahead and craft this, right, we'll go and craft it just so I can show it. So I get this, but it does not give me a bonus one. So you see here in my cards here, I do have 3 new cards I have to deal with, but we will just go ahead and take a look here. So you can see I don't get a second one. All right, and I do need to clear out some cards, so I'm gonna go ahead and sell these cards because I don't need them. Yeah, I don't need this for neither. All right, so we're gonna get these, so I don't have to deal with having too many cards. All right, so what do we do now with this deck? With me, what are some of my options? So let's take a look, right? So I can show you, first of all, if we take a look at the fire beast decks, you'll see that the previous one, which is Ring Royalty, is also a beast killer, but this is only Slayer, right? So the Ring Royalty, though, what it does is it does give you revive, and I think it gives you an attack boost for beast killer. But nowadays, beast attack boost in commander events isn't going to be as good. And I don't know, like, the time between when I left and when I came back, if there are any cards that boost beast killers like the way some of the other older cards do, like, you know, Santa and those cards. Like, I don't know if they do that anymore. And so likely what you could do is you could use the beast killer bonus and apply it to another card, like an Arcane card or something. Use Fire Arcane to boost your power. So that's one option. So let's see. So do I have Beast Commander? I do, right? So Heretic Hunters is the one that I have as a Beast Commander leader. I have it at 3 stars, so I can actually get something good out of this. So what I can do is I can use this to boost my Arcane cards. All right, and this also converts all non-fire power gems to fire power gems and upgrade by 2 ranks. So this one actually is the same ability. So Heretic Hunters has the same ability that we just saw here. This one also increases its own damage by 275% for a turn. And so this one is actually going to be a pretty good card to use as well, especially if you have cards that can boost other cards. All right, and so if we have that, I think what I can do is I will also take a look at Faceless. I think Faceless is the other card that will be useful here because it also upgrades, right? So we're going to go ahead and just do a bunch of upgrades, and I have 3 of these cards, and then I have the Illustrious Incendiary, which gives me a plus 13 times for commander boost. And then let's take a look, right? So one of the things I want to take a look is, like, I know that Arcane is something we can use as an example. Now I'm using the old method where I'm using like an old card that boosts like by like 1,000 or 2,000 attack, and that helps boost our damage a lot. But like one of the options would be, we can also go with this option, right? Altian's New Guard is one that gives me damage boost, right? So this one will give increases fire commander damage by 80%, right? And there's other options, right? So if I were to change this to Fire Commander, actually is one that I enjoy a lot. And I actually wanted to try and upgrade my Afterlife rate to 5 stars. I think I could ascend it to, no, not Fire, not Ray, but my my twins. I can actually ascend it to 4 stars. I just need to get the Ascension Stones for them. But like you have other cards like Immolating Fae. Immolating Fae is another really good one. Oldie but goodie, right? You can dispel buffs and clean the debuff. And this also increases the damage, but just for 50%. And there's also the Exalted Champions. These are all examples of old cards that give you the ability to boost your commander damage, right? So if you don't have, so like me, I don't have some of the older cards that probably do a much better job at this, but these are some of the things that I could do. And I also kind of feel like, is it better for me to do the damage boost, or do I go with just the pure upgrades? Not sure, but we're going to go ahead and add in our relics here. So this one requires Slayer. It does require Slayer. So let's see. The thing with me with relics is I don't actually have a lot of really good relics. That's the sad part. I don't have good relics there. So we do have this one. So this one is a guarantee for me. Do I have anything else that will break beast shields? I kind of have to take a look. I can't remember these relics here. So we have... This one won't break anything, I don't think. Yeah, this one just gives me damage boost. This one is chaotic. Do I have... What do I have? I think I have Arcane, right? I have Arcane here. So I can create this one, but I won't be getting rid of any beast shields right now. I don't have any beast commander relics. I guess I don't. Oh, that's so sad. That is pretty sad. I don't have anything for beast. Right? This is just like the old... These are all like old ones, and this one's noble. This one is chaotic. Oh man, I really don't. Huh? Oh, here's one. Nameless blades I can use, right? So there's nameless blades. Do I have more than one copy of that? I do. Molten Tome. Commander. Yeah, I guess that's it, huh? Noble, chaotic, beast. Oh, this one's Commander Beast. Oh, I already got this one. Right, Commander Beast, Immortal. Nothing. Yeah. Okay. So I have those three, and then I guess what I have to do is I have to think about Beast Killer. And let's take a look, right? So do I have any fire ones? Ah, man, that is so sad. Commander Beast. All right, I can have this one and this one. I'm not even going to be able to break all of it. The only thing I can do is something like this. So I'm going to have actually fewer power gems here, but we can use this, right? So let's take a look. So like this will sort of simulate what it'd be like if I were to have multiple copies of cards that do upgrade, like multiple ultra rare cards, right? Can I summon anything right now? I think I should be able to summon a... Yeah, I should be able to. I can. So let's go ahead and summon one. So let's take a look, right, at the deck in action. Well, I say the deck. Really, I mean the card. The one card I have from the deck here. So we're going to go ahead and pull this here. And let's see. So this is the deck right here. So Heretic Hunter is what I'm going to go with. It is a beast killer card. And I think that you should be able to get this as well. But we're going to take a look and see, you know, what would give us a little bit better option. Like, should we go with... My guess is we want to try and go with a combination of the upgrades and also power gem upgrades, because it's just going to be... it's just going to be better. All right, so let's go. We're going to do our 7 attacks so that we can get the armor down, and then we're going to go ahead and see how much damage we can deal. Now I'm trying to remember, this one doesn't actually create any gems, so ultra rare card itself doesn't create any gems, and so the only thing that we're going to be creating gems is going to be Heretic Hunters. But we're passively creating power gem. We're passively creating gems here, so we're okay here. But I can imagine that with my setup, I'll probably add another one to do another maybe 50% or 80% upgrade. And so I'll be balancing between having 2 cards that do upgrades, and then only having 3 cards to do... Sorry, 2 cards that do boost, 3 cards that do upgrade, versus 1 card that does boost and 4 cards that do upgrade. But we can take a look and see. Right. There is also the sort of the older sort of deck. Like I remember a while ago, I used to do culinary chefs, right? They're also like a fire deck that does upgrades, and that was something that I had enjoyed a lot. All right, so we've broken down the armor, so let's go ahead and activate. So again, you want to activate cards that can give you boost, and unfortunately, this one I should have activated Heretic Hunters first. because all this does is I'm just going to be upgrading in a row here, and that's not really going to give us that much damage here because everything is in a row. So in this case, I needed to activate Heretic Hunters first, right? So 12.8 trillion is what we get for 1 key here, but I know that we can definitely get a lot better damage output than that. So we can sort of test it out, and no gems here, so that's okay. Perhaps with the, let's see, 1,400 gems remaining, I think it's going to cost me 2,500 for tier 4, which I will not have enough, right? 2,500. So I'm definitely not going to get enough because I'm not going to get 1,100 gems between now and then. So I'm not going to be able to pull tier 4. So this is going to be what we have. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try another setup here. We're going to go back to Legend Trials. And let's go ahead and summon. And now let's try a different option, right? So let's go ahead and battle this. And we're going to change this up. So we'll keep, I guess we'll keep the current ultimate ultra rare card, and what we'll do is we will do a fire commander. Let's set the filter here. Let's take a look. Immolating Fae or Exalted Champion. Let's see. Steel Force is one that I think nukes, right? So whenever you attack, you create gems, and then you take the copy of this hero strongest attack, and then you basically copy it and nuke it. But you can do this every single turn. So if you're able to build up a really strong Immortal Killer attack, you can also use this as an option. We have some of the Immortal Killer boosts that we can do as well. So we can try some of those older tricks also. We can take a look at that. But let's see. Exalted Champions gives me 100% commander boost. So we're going to go ahead and switch this out. So this is going to be a team that is going to focus on boost and upgrade. And so let's go ahead and battle. So remember, our highest damaging card was 12 trillion here with a single key. And then we could and notice that this card right here, you were able to activate it at the very beginning of the turn because of the improved haste. But within a battle, it doesn't, it doesn't count as a new wave, and so it doesn't refresh anymore. But in Guildford's skill is going to work. So this is, if I had to guess, with everything, number one, I think I can get much better power gem spawning. So I'm not gonna gem crush everything into a single column, a single row. If I had to guess, probably get close to, hopefully I'm gonna get closer to 20 trillion instead of the 12 trillion that we had, right? So should get close to double the amount of damage that we had there. That's my guess, but we'll see, right? So the first thing we're going to activate is going to be the Heretic Hunters, because it creates so many power gems that it's going to completely clear the board, and we don't want that. Okay. So after this, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to activate the Heretic Hunters first, then we're going to activate the Exalted Champions, and then the Altian's New Guard, and then we're going to upgrade our remaining power gems. Alright, so let's go for it. So we're going to completely fill everything up. It's going to go up to Power Gem 13s. And then we're going to do Exalted Champions. We'll do Altian's New Guard. We do a little bit of Gem Crush. That's okay, because we're going to go ahead and upgrade everything. And we have 16s and 17s. But the only thing that we have that's separate is this one at the top left. Let's see how much damage our Heretic Hunters can do. Okay, a lot more than I thought it was going to be. 66.9 trillion compared to 12 trillion. Okay, so 5 times more, more than 5 times more damage just by making that swap. I think it's a combination of just, number one, I'm getting damage boost. Number two, I have a much better board. So what happens if I swap out one more? So really is the question is like, is it better to just simply go with a damage boost, or is it better to go with, more upgrades? We can try that again, right? So we're going to go ahead and, I'm actually enjoying this because I think this is helping me remember some of the things that we've theorized about, and that's like, what is the secret to getting better damage here? What should you do? And so we're going to go ahead and tweak this one more, and then the next time after this one, let's build an Immortal Fire deck and see if we can improve on that damage, okay? And so what we're going to do is we're going to take this. We'll keep the Illustrious Incendiary because it does have a higher commander boost count. And instead what we're going to do is, See, Immolating Fae gives you 50%. What this one is nice is, what's nice about this one is it will create 6 power gem 5s, but like what's nice is it's the debuff and the buff dispel, but there's no buffs that we need to worry about, right? So the boss, if the boss had like armor, fear, or something like that, then I would say having this card would help because you're going to dispel it. But in this case, I think it increases by 50%, which is worse than if we were to use, I think Berg is the one that we use that is going to give us 100%. So let's take a look. That is Immortal. So we're going to do Noble. So we're going to do Fire, Noble, and I think it's Berg, right? Berg is the one that gives you the Fire Commander. So this one gives you 65%, but it's 5 Power Gem 3s. So Power Gem 3s, that is probably not going to be as good if we were to change to Arcane. And let's see, I think this is going to be the Knight Commander Trask. This one gives us Power Gem 4s and 80%. So this is going to be a best option for us given what we are dealing with. The boss that we're dealing with doesn't have any buffs we need to worry about dispelling. I don't think we really need to worry about Flatline or Thorns. Like that's not really an option. So the best thing is to just get more commander boost. So we're going to do that, and let's go back to our legend trials, and then let's go ahead and battle using our upgraded team. This time we have let's see, so this time we have 3 boosts, and this one will also create power gems, and so we're going to probably have a bit more gem crush as well. So there's a little bit of RNG here. So our record so far is 66 trillion with our deck, with the 2 boosts, and now we've changed it to having 3 boosts and 2 upgrades. Okay, and we'll see how well we do. And then the next one that we're gonna do, just to test it out fully, is a Fire Immortal deck, and see if we can use a sort of an older method to test out and see how well we can do. Now, given that it is a commander event, you have more time to set this up, and so hopefully some of these other options I'm showing you is still going to be relevant. Okay, I know that there is a whole other meta that I am not showing that is probably something that will be more applicable to some of you. Like I don't have Metaverse, the Metaverse card, and so I can't use that as an option. But if you have it, you probably already know how to use it, and you probably know that it's much more effective. But if you have some of the older cards like I do, this is just what I'm trying to figure out. Can I do something with what I have? And let's see, David Baker, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining here. All right, we've broken up the armor, and again, first thing is, you know, get the one that creates the most power gems so you can get the full crush. And we're going to do Exalted Champions, we're going to do All Teams New Guard, and then we're going to do Commander Trask, and we're going to have a little bit more crush than I would have liked. So now this is 14s instead of 17s. Okay, so the fewer upgrades we have, obviously the lower power gems we have. And this one gets us to 96.6 trillion. See the difference now? Even though we weren't able to upgrade our power gems up to like 17 and so forth, we still managed to get more damage just because the damage boost is that much better. Okay, so we went from 12 trillion to 66 up to 96 trillion with that upgrade. And so it kind of begs the question, like, what's the point of even having power gem upgrades? I think it does still make it, I think it's a balance, right? I think it's still really useful to have that gem upgrades. It's really a combination. If you can upgrade and get the commander boost, that's still going to be the best combination, period. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build a David Baker, you want to add me as a friend in game? Yeah, of course, go ahead and add me. I think I have quite a bit of spots still, and so go ahead and let me see. I think I might need to clear some. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and accept a bunch because I have no space left. So you can go ahead and accept me. You can add me, and then I'll go ahead and accept. So let's go back and take a look at what we want to do, right? So one thing that we could try and do, let's say you don't have all of these cards, right? So instead we want to do Fire Immortal Killer, okay? And so that's going to be Steel Force. So Steel Force is going to be the card that's going to give you a lot of damage. With the boss that we're going to test out, we only get one shot, so I can't show you, but we're going to be able to see the amount of damage that we can do with it. That trick is going to require us to do Dark Immortal Killer, and that is going to be with High Performance Unit Area. Okay, and so to do this, I'm going to use Altian's New Guard, High Performance Unit Area, and Steel Force. Okay, but I do need some Dark Power Gems. And so we're going to do Beast Killer, Dark Gems. It's too bad I don't have any Dark Beast Killer Gems here. I don't have any Dark Commander. Right, so let's do Dark Commander, and let's see. This is where it's really sad because I really don't have very good relics here. So this one is going to be Immortal, so I'll have that. That's true. Nothing for Beast. Oh, I do have one for Beast. All right, so this one's also going to help me break some. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to swap this around. I think I just need two. So it looks like I need the mace. Where did it go? So these ones, differential mace. So if I get two here, it doesn't really matter. I think two is probably sufficient. We can always swap it around and use three. This should be okay. This actually allows me to break all of my shields, I think, at Umbral. So we have High Performance Unit Area. What it's going to do is it's going to boost our Immortal Killer attack by 2,500. And what we can do with that is we can use this, first of all, get ourselves a immunity, boost our attack for Steel Force by 2,500%, and we're going to have a boost from Altian's New Guard. I think it's actually probably going to be better if we go with Exalted Champions, to be honest with you. Exalted Champions gives you 100% boost, right, for Fire Commander damage instead of 80%. This one gives us Last Stand, so it depends on what you have. We'll go with this one for now, and let's take a look and see how this works. Jimmy, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining me here. Always nice to see you around. And David Baker, you just sent the invite, so let's take a look. I'm not sure, but this one was just from 2 minutes ago, so I'll go ahead and add that. And you've learned so much from watching the streams. Thanks a lot. I try what I can. You know, it's a little bit of an interesting experience for me because with such a large gap in between, I really do have a lot of knowledge sort of gap. Don't have a better word for it, but I really don't have as much of it. You know, like there's some information that's lacking, and so I couldn't really show you some of the newer meta that is available. So the only thing I can show you really is to kind of say, like, what are some of the experiments you can make and the reasons why I'm doing them, and, you know, kind of take a look at what the differences are. So we just saw that, you know, with 4 upgrades, right, it didn't do nearly as much damage as with just, 1 upgrade, right? Just with 1 upgrade, we were able to go from, you know, 12 trillion up to 96 trillion, right? We were able to do about 8 times more damage just from that. And so it really is a interesting sort of exercise just to see what are some of the things that we could do differently to improve our damage. And let's see. Okay, so I'm able to get my unit area activated, which is good. I need to time it. I'm hoping I can time it so that the boss will attack me before I kill it. Otherwise, like, this is going to be a little bit moot. Like, if I can't actually activate everything, I'm not going to be able to show you the full damage. So let's see. So I think I might be able to. Let's see. So it's going to attack 1. Okay, so it's going to attack next. I think this is okay. Oh, I don't know. No, it's gonna... Yeah, that's kind of crappy. Because both my cards are going to be attacking. I can't do anything. Because the armor's gone, and I can't actually do an attack. Okay, I probably need to do this against a bigger boss. Because I'm going to do this, and it's just going to die. So I couldn't actually show you. But the idea, I think, is sound. I can use this to trigger an attack, and then... Oh, I got Soul of Cernus. So I want to try this one more time, but I do need to test it against a boss with with more health. That isn't going to die right away. So I guess we'll see if I can summon... Oh, I guess I can't. Huh? I don't have enough for Quetzalcoatl. Oh, I need a 225 for this one. I could spend 50 on this one. Let's just go for it. Hey, Rock Life. Nice to see you again. We should be okay. We should be okay with this one, right? So we're gonna try this. I just want to see if I can get a decent estimation of the amount of damage I can deal here, and I have to time it so that I don't run into the invulnerability of Quetzalcoatl either. These are some of the nuances you have to sort of remember with these bosses as well. Like this one, every 7 turns, it's going to be invulnerable to damage. Okay, there you go. So we're all set to go. Let's go ahead and quickly get our boss armor down to 0, and then let's see how much damage it can do. Remember, so against the small boss, we were able to go up to 96 trillion, which if you multiply it by, you know, the multiplier, like, you know, there's some math behind it. I can't remember exactly, and I don't want to do this live on stream. Doing math live on stream is never a good idea. But yeah, you get the point. You can sort of translate the damage output into the event when you take a look at how much you can do during these events. It's also a lot easier when you do Slayer event damage because you can just do like a straight multiplication. But we're gonna go ahead and do this now, and let's see. So Rebecca, hopefully you're doing well. You know, it's been a long time since we've last chatted. Hope everything is going okay with you. And with everybody else on the stream, thanks for joining me. Hope you guys are all doing great on this Tuesday afternoon, evening. Could be morning for some of you. Okay, so let's see. 2 more, and again, I'm hoping I don't just like outright kill the boss, but with 2.9 trillion, oh, I don't know. So I'm gonna make sure I don't... Oh, no, I should have activated my... I should have just activated my unit area there. Am I gonna kill it? Okay, not quite. Not quite. So I have to make sure to not do a power gem swap. Okay. So what do I do? I activate this first. This one probably won't kill him. Okay. Altian's New Guard to get a little bit more power gems, and then we boost. Now let's see how much damage. Let's see how much damage our Steel Force deals. 61.2, not as high as I had expected with all the boosts and everything. I don't think that the amount of defense from the boss really matters, and I'm trying to think like what else could have been a little bit better. So this was with 1 boost. So I think the difference is this one only had 1 boost, and it had 2 upgrades. Right? It had 2 upgrades, but I'm trying to think. Did it also have killer bonus boost against it? I can't remember if it did, but it did also get a core, which is good. I'm trying to remember, but I guess it's viable, right? I guess it's what I'm saying is this could work, But if you have Heretic Hunters, you have like Altian's New Guard, you're probably better off just like staying as is. Like you're going to get probably better damage. It's more about if you don't have Heretic Hunters, if you have like an older Commander Beast commander deck, then you could probably look for another alternative. Another one would have been, an easier one would have been to go with Fire Arcane actually, right? So Fire Arcane, I say easier, but it kind of requires you to have been around for a long time, like me, and have these cards. Circuit Break Hilaria is a card that gives you up to 5,605% boost. But you need to build up Arcane Killer Intensity. Or if you don't, you can go up to 2,000% right away. And so this is now where you can say, okay, if you want to instead focus on Altian's New Guard, right? So now what you can do is you can swap this out, and then you can put in this card, and you can put in this card. Again, like if you have Heretic Hunters, you probably wouldn't go this route. So do I have an older Beast Killer deck? I think I do. Flamebound Taurus. Okay, so here's one, right? So now what you have is you have Altian's New Guard. Altian's New Guard is the one that you can use. It's a arcane card. You have Flamebound Taurus that gives you a Beast Killer boost. And then Circuit Break Hilaria that will boost your arcane attacks. So you're going to get a lot more damage out of this card. So now let's take a look and see. I don't have any more. I have run out of coins. I've run out of coins to actually summon the legend, I think. Have I run out of coins? I did. So we're going to try this one more time. We'll put another 50 against Quetzalcoatl, and then we'll test this one out again. This time around, we're going to test out a different type of boost, and this is with Circuit Break Hilaria with Altian's New Guard. So let's see. Rebecca, you are doing well. It's in the morning there. You just got into your cart going for work. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it's going to be a great day for you. And we need to change out our relics, though, because we don't want these fire ones. How did I do this again? I think this was Fire Commander that I was doing, and it's somewhere down here. Some of these artifacts I was using. Nameless Blades, I think they were, that I used, right? So we're going to go ahead and let's take a look again, right? Review what the conditions are for this card. Circuit Break Hilaria, if you have 8 firepower gems or higher on the board, then that's not going to be a problem, right? So we're gonna do this. And what's nice is, as we do this, we're also going to be building our Arcane Intensity. Now, a lot of the new Ultimate forms, they also build Intensity numbers for the old cards. I noticed that a lot of the new Ultimate forms, they basically build up every number you can think of, like all the numbers that have created in existence, right? All kinds of intensity numbers, whether it's commander intensity or whatever killer intensity has, it's going to build that. But in order for you to build the intensity for Arcane, you need an Arcane Ultimate form. We don't have that, but you can already see that we are already at 20 Arcane intensity. Every number that we get is going to be a good one, and the only thing is, I am gonna die probably. My health is not very high, but I have revive, so I can actually revive twice, so it's not actually too much of a concern for me. And this is where if I had the Master Collection card, I would get a immunity, but I have a 4-turn cooldown. So okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to, like, we could actually build it up to like the maximum intensity. I can't remember the exact intensity number, but it's somewhere high. We're gonna keep it at 40. Let's just see how this goes, right? So let's go ahead and do 1, 2. So this boost, I think this is going to end up gem crushing everything, right? It does. And then we add a little bit, and then we gem crush this one. Well, not gem crush, we upgrade this one. Oh, which one do I go ahead with? I think I do this, right? So we build a bunch, so we leave a bunch of things on the table. Oh my gosh, there's an armor. There's an armor. So we test it out. Now this one has a 6-turn cooldown, so we're gonna have a lot of time. to clear this out. For some reason I thought that we had cleared the armor, so that was my bad. Wasted a lot of time on this, but the order still applies. And on top of that, we do get some additional boost here. We are going to have our second. We can actually get our second revive here too. So that's the nice thing about Altion's New Guard, is that we get these revives. So I'm just now waiting for Circuit Breaker Layer to be back online, and we're going to go ahead and activate this one more time and see. Okay. I think we need to go one more, and I do need to make sure that Quetzalcoatl isn't going to have his immunity turn on. I think it will. Right. It's going to get invisible in one turn, so it's not invisible now. So let's go ahead and do this now. So let's see. This one is going to cause Gem Crush. This one a little bit, and then we're going to upgrade. We're at 70 intensity, but this one doesn't have nearly as good of a separation of the power gems. But let's see how much damage Altion's New Guard can do. Just 19.3 trillion. So this was a combination of bad bad Gem Crush. Not a lot of really powerful power gems, to be honest with you, because Circuit Breaker it doesn't really give you anything. And despite all of the boost there, we ended up with just 19 trillion damage, which was actually lower than when we tried it with the Immortal cards. So you saw the experiments here, and I think, going with that option with the Immortal actually helped a little bit better, because the overall power gem numbers were better. I think with this setup, the best I got was around 10, power gem 10. And so there really is a big difference once you get to maybe like the 12 and 13. Like I think it does make a big difference between that. So that's why I say it's a balance here. And so this also isn't going to be the most useful for a lot of people. Circuit Breaker Layer isn't probably going to be something that most people will have anyway. And so what I would recommend then is, if you have it, just grab it, change it up for as many of the cards that you can to do as many of them as you can for upgrading your for boosting, and you should do well, right? So we're going to go ahead and get Noble Killer. We're going to put in our Exalted Champions, and I will put back my Beast Killer, and I will use Heretic Hunters, and this I believe actually will be the best combination here, because we are going to get more boost, and we get 2 sets of upgrades for up to power gen 4 power gen upgrades, which is good. Oh, my lights just went out. I have my my plant's light on a timer. I guess it is that time. Yes, it is. So anyways, that is going to be the deck I'm going to be using, and based on everything I've seen so far, I think this deck is probably decent. I just don't know how it's going to work against Guild versus Guild. Compared to some of the other decks, I think what I really like is I really like the Earth deck. I actually really like the Earth deck. Not too big of a fan of the previous Light deck, but I like the Earth deck, and I think this one is decent as well. But there's plenty of older options, and I think that, again, with all of the metas today, you're not really just going to be using the event deck on its own. You're going to be adding something else to it, and so I'll keep experimenting. Like, I've been living in the sort of 1 quadrillion damage to like maybe between 1 to 10, around that damage range, and so I'm not hitting the highest level bosses easily, but I can make a dent, and so that's kind of where I've been staying at. And so that's the kind of deck I can share, but I won't be able to show you once I can deal hundreds and hundreds of quadrillions of damage. And some people are showing me like the big Q, 1 quintillion damage. I'm not going to be able to show you that with what I have, but hopefully this helps you make some decisions with what you want to see. So again, if you are going to craft a card between the two, I still would recommend going with the upgrade here, especially if you can pair this with some upgrades. I don't know that you necessarily need immunity that much. it doesn't really reset anyway. 4 turns is kind of a long cooldown, and I think you're going to have a better chance with this card to go through the waves for the higher levels as well. And so I think that this is going to be a better option overall. Anyways, that's going to be it for me, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me for the stream here. Appreciate all the support that you guys have given me so far. It's been fun for the past few weeks I've been back here, and looking forward to sharing more experiences with you all. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me for today. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day or evening, wherever you are. Take care, and I will see you then.